What's up, guys? Welcome back to the That's Sowdev podcast. My name is Dev. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I appreciate you. Y'all know we got tea to get into today. But before we get into the tea, make sure you go ahead and follow me at That's Sowdev on Twitter, Instagram, and literally everywhere else, child. Y'all, I'm so excited. Video podcasts are on the way. I know the audio era is almost over. Well, it'll still exist. It'll just coexist with the video podcast. Love that. The duality, right? Okay, now, the tea, y'all. Girl. Now, we got Fifth Harmony tea to get into. And this is something I've just been like... I've been observing just the different fandoms that each individual girl has. And the funny thing about it is, people talk about, sister fandom, blah, 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 all that BS, right? Here's the thing, whether you like it or not, when you are in a group, they obviously each individually have their own fans, and they have, a unit of fans together, which is collectively everybody. Well, each girl in their fans, specifically, to me, it's like they're instantly sister fandoms. Instantly. Like, you don't have a choice. Like, this isn't an option. You were born into this Fifth Harmony family. You were born into the Harmonizers. And the Harmonizers essentially birth each individual family member. Harmonizers are the family. So, even if you aren't, still a Harmonizer, or let's say you became a fan after Fifth Harmony, congratulations, you are automatically sister fandoms with the girls inside Fifth Harmony. Now, you don't have to like them. You don't have to stream the girls. You don't have to like their fans. You can actively dislike their fans on a regular basis. Hello? Come on now. Realistically, look, Normani fans and Camila fans do not like each other. Let's just go ahead and put that there, okay? They don't like each other. For valid reasons, Normani fans do not like Camila fans. And look, regardless whether you like it or not, y'all are sister fandoms. You can, you can say, oh no, fuck them, blah, blah, blah. Yep, you're absolutely right. That's so valid. But they are your sister fandom by default. And, it's just so interesting to me, actually, specifically speaking on Normani and Camila fans, because Camila fans are a manifestation of the energy that she has kept in this industry before she became aware of the impact of her actions. And because she never snapped and, got her fans in check, they went ahead and maintained that energy throughout her career. So that is just what they do. And when you pair that group with, Swifties, you have a racially charged fan base. And again, a lot of that is due to, the behaviors that Camila had throughout her time in Fifth Harmony. Her fans actively saw that. They saw her call Normani and her group the N-word. They did blah, 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 blah. All of these things that made them think that it was okay. And once things really got to a head in, literally so overwhelming to the point to where Normani is, ready to leave the group. She went off Twitter. She is now in a bullying campaign. You know what I mean? She's having to go through all this shit and place her in certain points in the industry that really, speaks volumes. Her being an ambassador for bullying. You can't bully me. I don't stand for that. Now I'm standing with people who don't stand for that. And just the fact that she even had to do any of that shit, obviously it resonated with her. Duh. But we can't also act like it wasn't all in that space done because of what she went through. So it's just kind of what I don't think to this day I don't think I understand. because to this day, I don't believe that she has addressed her fans directly. Still to this day. So still to this day, you still have her fans calling Normani a monkey and blah, 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 just being all sorts of racist. And that doesn't sit right with me still. And how her fans act, and normally you can say, in a lot of cases, it will be this way. How the fans are acting compared to the artist, Taylor Swift honestly isn't the way that the Swifties act, right? She obviously condemns a lot of the shit that goes on, but it still exists in her fan base. She just can't make it go away with the wand. She did not set the tone inside of her fandom for it to be this way. Obviously, she came from a country era and corner of the industry where a lot of that really just kind of sparks a little fire or something, and it grows and it grows. And honestly, that's really what happened with Camila, except that she was the one that really sparked the fire. It wasn't necessarily, the country aspect of things. It was her own doing, and that really fueled the fire, and she just never really tried to put the fire out. She tried to maybe put some newspapers over the fire and hope that it would just blow the fire out, but it ended up just making the fire worse. So, I don't know, girl. I think that, Normani and Camila fans will always be at each other's neck. It doesn't matter what they do or what is said. The only thing that can really knock that shit down is if Camila comes out of her mouth and condemns her fans for what they do. Until she does that, you can't say, I only support love, I only support this, or blah, 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 blah. You need to condemn it directly. Because you haven't she hasn't even condemned her own behavior directly for what it was. You haven't heard the direct words of what she has done come out of her mouth. So how can we really expect her fans to grasp onto that? They don't even have an example. And still, a lot of them are old enough to not need an example. But girl, it is, I would say it is what it is, but it's not. It's not fucking is what it is. So, just really observing it, because I've been seeing a lot of Normani and Camila going back and forth, especially because their eras are lining up, which is so interesting to me. It's so interesting to me. Their eras are really coming out at the same time, and typically all the Fifth Harmony girls tend to come out around the same time, just naturally. But, anyway, aside from Camila fans and Normani fans, Ali fans, they are really out of the way. Ali fans are really, really, really out of the way. And it's really interesting to me because, I don't see too much of Ali fans anymore. I don't know if they've pivoted and gone a different route, and kind of have the duality of standing multiple people at the same time. The Fifth Harmony fandom splitting open into 5 different fandoms, it's so interesting to me because it's not the same way as it used to be. They're not actively in eras all the time. We're not actively getting that summer single. We're not actively getting those engagements. How did being a fan shift for each individual fan? That's what I'm so curious about, because when I sit here and I think about the experience of standing Normani and how we used to get Fifth Harmony Fridays, and we used to get Awesomeness TV, a reality TV show basically about Fifth Harmony and YouTube, I think about that and I'm like, girl, we hardly even get anything. And I literally mean anything. We would not know if this girl was in the hospital or something for months, because she would just be gone for 6 months. We'd be like, Normani, where are you? Are you alive? Are you drinking water? Are you eating? Are you okay? Oh my God, tell us you're at least alive. So it's really interesting to see each individual girl and their fans and how the experience is now. Because when I look at Dinah, she's not active like that. Lauren's not active like that. Ali, Normani, not even Camila is active like that. So what the fuck are the fans doing? It's so funny though, because I see a lot of fans who were Fifth Harmony fans now kind of in different directions. Now, a lot of them, they now work in the music industry, like I've spoken on in previous podcasts, a lot of them are in the music industry, and a lot of them have kind of shifted how they stand people. They don't stand people the same way that they stand Fifth Harmony. I think that standing Fifth Harmony gave us a level of burnt out to where it would be uncomfortable whenever the girls would go solo, but also at the same time, like, you know, it's one of those ones where it's like, I mean, you know, it's okay. It's all right. You know, we don't have to actively be as active as we used to be because, you know, when things wouldn't go right with Fifth Harmony for the label, their team would obviously go around and see what they could do for the group overall. But for the girls, when things don't happen, things just don't happen. And it's just a different way of handling being a fan. So it's really, really interesting to me. And I've just been paying attention to how each girl's fandom, all the sister fandoms of Fifth Harmony, how they kind of interact with the disappearances of these girls. And I noticed that when they're away, that's when everybody really bands together. And that's when I really see that y'all are sister fandoms. Like, you are sister fandoms. The way that y'all can go from disliking each other to coming together for the common goal like we used to for Harmonizers is just honestly kind of amazing, honestly. The fact that, like, over a decade later, they still have this massive support to where if they came back tomorrow, they would chart on Billboard Hot 100. And that's just really the tea. They would, truthfully. So, you know, I think that as much as people want to deflect the idea that sister fandoms exist in the Fifth Harmony realm, it's actually kind of a good thing. Because when I see, you know, Dinah release, who do I see? I see Normani fans, I see Lauren fans, I see Ali fans, blah, blah, blah. When Normani is teasing, I see Ali, Dinah, everyone. All the sister fandoms come together. That I'm seeing it now more than ever, especially after the Fifth Harmony Renaissance, that each sister fandom is now supporting each other. And even Camila, I'm still seeing people from Normani, I'm seeing people from Dinah, blah, 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 you know, giving their tens to I Love It because they like that song, or they're kind of feeling it at the moment or whatever. So it's just like, it's a nice thing to see. But I think that people are really going to have to grasp the concept that your sister fandom may not be this random other artist over here just because they kind of make the same music and you see them in a couple, like, Instagram videos or something together. Like, Normani and Chloe and Halle fans, you're probably not sister fandoms. Normani and Tinashe and Chloe and Halle fans, y'all are probably not sister fandoms. You're not, because a lot of the times y'all will go head to head and you won't even come back for the common goal like Harmonizers will. So that's not even the team. We're gonna have to start accepting the fact that sister fandoms exist in the Fifth Harmony realm by default. Like Flo, when they go solo eventually, they're gonna be sister fandoms. Little Mix, they are sister fandoms. Quite literally. I need us to grasp onto that concept. Okay, y'all? Like, all this podcast is about, essentially, is just talking about their sister fandoms and just seeing the support from each individual fandom and how each girl has the backing of everyone else whenever the time is actually right, provided that the content is quality enough for people to actually go up for it. I think the only quality content that people didn't go up for was Ali's last single, and personally I did not think it was up to par with what I know that she can serve me. I mean, be serious, it's not. I mean, cute little song, it didn't hit for me. I haven't streamed it in a hot minute, y'all. I'm gonna be real. But I think it's just the simple fact that when it comes to the Fifth Harmony name generally, people are gonna move. whether it's good or bad. Like, okay, Ali and Dinah are collabing. They use the Fifth Harmony brand name and logo, and people are like, oh, now they're using Fifth Harmony type of... Bitch! I say again, like I said in the last two podcasts, the way that these labels and managements have bled these girls dry, you think for a minute that they probably shouldn't milk that name for every fucking dime that they can. You better believe I'm gonna be the bitch from Fifth Harmony. Yes! Well, yes! Absolutely. That is your superpower, actually. Do not let people sit up here and make you think that you literally standing in your own power is something to be dragged for. And honestly, I don't think they think it is. They're not paying anybody any mind. Because still, while they may not be making much off their music, they definitely got more money than y'all. So what's really the fucking tea? Anyway, all this to say, sister fandoms, accept it. Accept that these are your sister fandoms. Not everybody likes the people that's in their fucking family. We know this. Exactly. So, y'all, I need you to stop. Enough! Because when the Fifth Harmony Renaissance come about, everybody is getting the fuck up and nobody gives a fuck about individual bitches. They don't give a fuck about individual bitches when it comes to Fifth Harmony Renaissance, when it comes to Fifth Harmony's anniversary on 7/27 every year. There is nothing about nothing. Okay? No, even the bitches who can't stand Camila and will not hold their tongue, at the very least, they will say nothing about her specifically and focus on the part of Fifth Harmony that they love, which is most likely Fourth Harmony. I am an OT5. I can't help it. It was born that way. It is aesthetically pleasing and I love it. Okay? I think they were better as 4, but aesthetically pleasing, 5 was just amazing. So, it is what it is, y'all. Oh, ciao. Look, all I'm going to say is Fifth Harmony is so iconic. Each individual girl is so iconic. I think that they are so worthy of support from each individual girl. I feel like people need to stop dragging them for, well, simply living their lives and, basking in the glory that is Fifth Harmony and the energy that it has provided for them following them having a hiatus. So let's do what it do. Let's give the girls some support, okay? That's really all I have for today. It's something quick and short. I just wanted to come on here and talk about the sister fandoms because I don't think y'all really getting it. I don't. But hopefully this podcast implants in your mind that you are sister fandoms whether you like it or not, bitch. Okay? Now, thank you so much for tuning into the That's So Dev podcast. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. You have no idea how much it means to me. You're iconic. This is the podcast where you stay true and you stay you. All right, y'all? And make sure you go ahead and like and subscribe on all social media platforms at That's So Dev on Twitter, Instagram, and literally everywhere else. I guess that's included in all the streaming platforms, but I had to say it anyway. Now, make sure you go ahead and drink some water, eat some good food, take care of yourself. Self-care is important because if you don't take care of yourself, who the hell is going to? No, logically, who? Okay, girl. Anyway, I'm out of here, and I will see you guys on the next motherfucking podcast. Peace.